Hi, Doug here. So we've reached the end of this project. I've got the exhaust on. The only last thing to get on here is a clamp, which I'm still hunting down, a 1.5 inch OD smooth clamp. But yeah, I just want to show you a video of the final project. Here she is in all her glory. I went with a matte and gloss combination. The muffler ended up being gloss just for the fact I ran out of matte. That's the only reason, but I think I kind of like the look of it. That is mounted with a heat shield. So there's a steel heat shield that is stood off a 1/4 inch from the wood. And then that has an aluminum curve bracket that holds the exhaust on. So that should keep the wood protected. Again, it's going to a more permanent dolly soon. This is just temporary. It should let me run it. There's a new outlet box in the back, power connector, the new heavy duty grounds. Here's my battery bank. This is equivalent to 1,000 cold cranking amps for running it, but they're a sealed gel cell, so I don't worry about spilling. And I hadn't have them on hand, so it was easy to go. I got all the stickers recreated and I got the nice gloss paint job there. As you can see my hand in it. It's got a pull starter on it, so if I get the rope, I could actually pull start this with a lower 5.5 to 1 compression ratio. That should not be a problem. I've noticed a lot of people commented on this copper line failing. Again, this is a backup generator. This may see an hour of use a year, so there's a good chance this really isn't going to have any problems with me, but I do have a PTFE line on order to replace this. I just really like the look of the copper at the moment. Fuel pump there in the old vintage fuel bowl and shut off fixed. What's nice is I just take this line here and I can just drop it into any open fuel tank I have. It will suck the fuel out and pump it to the carburetor. So I don't have to maintain a gas tank with it with gas going bad. I can only pump it in when I need it. This vacuum booster here is kind of cool. This uses manifold vacuum coming off of the intake, and it can balance spring inside, and then it takes to the governor linkage here. Whenever the engine starts to bog down, you lose a little manifold pressure. It actually will boost the throttle to get a little more air intake to up the RPM. So as you're using current or bog it down at full load, the governor will be assisted by the vacuum booster to actually get the frequencies up a little bit to compensate for voltage drop in the line. Pretty cool little system. This is a little Amazon air filter, again 1.5 inch ID made up with the original line. Had to use the original curve line because it has the actual crankcase vent built in for the breather valve. Carburetor's rebuilt, works really good. I went with a manual choke, so I just hold that up to choke it, let go, it shuts off, because carb honestly works so good now I hardly even need to choke it to start it. I managed to fit the new coil inside the old box here, so that worked out good as a heat shield as well as an EMI shield as well. Here's the new control box, the voltage buck converter, start button, and then the power switch for turning on the fuel pump and everything else. And then you see all the stickers on the back. Brush is all rebuilt. Like I said, the thing works pretty much brand new. Fires up first try. Works really good. There's the Genset logo on the front, and then all the grounds in the back. So eventually this will get moved out to the shed. It'll get a permanent home, and I'll have a fuel tank mounted next to it, a battery bank with a constant tender hooked up to it, and she'll be my new house generator. But for now, nice and portable, looks pretty. I really appreciate you guys following through. This has been one of the longest reefer projects in the lab's history, but I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.